Welcome to Shadow of History, mysterious, dark, and untold stories from world history. Today, we explore the chilling legacy of one of the most notorious women in history, Elizabeth Báthory, the Blood Countess. Her name still strikes fear across Europe, and her story has captivated minds for centuries. Was she the most prolific female serial killer in history, or was she a victim of a powerful smear campaign? Let's delve into the darkness and uncover the truth. Born in 1560, Elizabeth Báthory came into the world as part of Hungary's elite nobility. From a young age, she was educated, multilingual, and politically astute, making her a powerful figure in her own right. Her marriage to Count Ferenc Nadasdy, a soldier who fought in wars, further elevated her status. While her husband was away on military campaigns, Elizabeth became the mistress of vast estates, managing them with great authority and control. She ruled over her domain from the towering walls of Széchenyi Castle, her grand fortress nestled in the Carpathian Mountains. This would later become infamous as the site of her alleged atrocities. Behind the castle's walls, rumors began to circulate. Locals whispered of young girls going missing, vanishing without a trace. Soon, the whispers grew louder, and dark stories started to take shape. Elizabeth Báthory was accused of not only mistreating the young girls entrusted to her care, but torturing and killing them in unspeakable ways. The accusations painted a horrific picture: allegations of burning, freezing, and mutilating her victims. But perhaps the most chilling of all was the claim that Elizabeth bathed in the blood of virgins, believing it would preserve her youth and beauty. This claim, which remains the most enduring part of her legend, is likely more myth than reality, but it captivated imaginations. Over the years, the stories grew more exaggerated, painting her as a sadistic monster with an insatiable thirst for blood. As fear spread, Báthory's reputation as a terrifying figure only deepened. Testimonies from servants and survivors were collected, some under duress, and the accusations continued to mount. It wasn't just the local villagers who were terrified. Even the clergy began to speak of the horrors within the castle. In 1610, King Matthias II, the ruler of Hungary, ordered an investigation into the accusations against Báthory. The investigation gathered testimonies from many witnesses, including former servants and local residents. Some of these confessions were extracted under torture, and several of Báthory's servants were executed for their involvement. Despite the growing body of evidence, Elizabeth was never formally tried in a public court. Instead, she was placed under house arrest in her castle, where she remained until her death. Was Elizabeth truly the sadistic murderer she's often portrayed as, or was she the victim of a political conspiracy? Many historians believe that the charges against her were motivated by a desire for land, wealth, and power. Báthory had many enemies, and some speculate that these powerful figures used the accusations as a means to destroy her. It's also important to remember the political climate of the time. Elizabeth was a powerful woman who held significant control over her estates, and in a society that wasn't kind to women in power, her downfall may have been as much about gender and politics as it was about the alleged crimes. Over time, the story of Elizabeth Báthory transformed into legend. The myth of the Blood Countess spread far beyond Hungary, and she became a figure in Gothic fiction and folklore. Her name became synonymous with monstrous femininity, with later writers embellishing her story to fit the conventions of horror. Her alleged actions were exaggerated, turned into dark fairy tales, and woven into vampire lore, leading some to link her to the origins of modern vampire myths. However, as history and myth blurred together, it became harder to separate fact from fiction. Báthory's image was increasingly shaped by the cultural and gender biases of the time. As a powerful woman in a patriarchal society, she was viewed through a lens of fear and suspicion. The stories surrounding her became a reflection of the anxieties of early modern Europe, fears of women in positions of authority, and the darker, more mysterious elements of power. Even today, Elizabeth Báthory remains a figure of fascination and terror. Her legacy lives on not only in the pages of history, but also in literature, film, and popular culture. While the exact nature of her crimes may never be fully known, Her story serves as a reminder of the destructive power of fear, myth, and the way history often demonizes women in power. So, was Elizabeth Báthory truly a sadistic killer, or was she the victim of a powerful smear campaign? The truth is elusive, but one thing remains certain. The legend of the Blood Countess continues to captivate us, forcing us to confront the darkest corners of history. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the chilling past. If you found this story intriguing, make sure to subscribe to Shadow of History for more mysterious, dark, and untold stories from the annals of world history. Don't forget to like, share, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Until next time, stay curious and keep uncovering the untold stories of the past.